Hello. How's everyone doing? Ah! Hey, Emma. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It looks like I think we've got 5 folks. Yep. And that's including, I think, me. Zach's over there again modding. Awesome. And hopefully a few more will trickle in. I know changing the date and stuff, like the time and everything last minute, kind of threw things off, so I'm guessing the audience is going to be a little bit smaller, but we'll still have fun. Welcome to the peculiar stream. Yeah, welcome back. The cats are watching as well. Yay! You can hear that Darcy is around. Yeah? What do you have in your mouth? So yeah, he's very pleased that I'm recording. Yeah, last time we were together, that was 2 weeks ago, I believe. We started building Carmilla. Yes, Darcy? A lot of drama in the house today. He's so upset. I don't know why. I was playing with them earlier in the hopes of not having this happen. I think I just whet their appetites for play, and now they're just hyper and desperate for one of us to keep playing with them. They should calm down, or maybe now they might be playing with each other. Fingers crossed. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop in the helmet, and we're gonna turn that start of Carmilla, that creepy face mask that is Carmilla, into something that looks much more like herself. So let's get started. I'm going to press the Be Right Back screen real quick for transition purposes. This is a professional stream with professional transitions, and the music is actually quite loud in my helmet. Yes, correct. The criminal Darcy cries out to be witnessed. Sweet boy. Okay. Switch to... Is it gonna work? Hey! Still working. Love it. Alright. So here we are. We left off with like half of this face done. I'm gonna scooch back. Am I still on camera? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. We started, or rather ended, the last stream with half of this face done. So I've gone back and fixed up some stuff and finished the face overall. Here's what we're working with. It looks creepy and definitely not like the attractive vampire that I've designed over there. But it is. It's just very hard to recognize without lips and eyes and hair. So we're gonna add all the pretty stuff today. All the fun stuff. Which one's that? That's the face. Cool. Just getting my bearings again. There's the trace sketch. You can see that these are lining up quite well, actually. Despite all appearances, it's going well. Alright, so what do we want to do first? Let's add pupils first so that she has a more personable look about her. I've turned off the grid, like the wireframe, and instead I have the brush grid helper, so when my hand goes close to it, I get like the vague shape, but it's not as stark as the wireframe. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I think it's using my camera mic rather than the Oculus mic, but I'm not sure. Either way, just am I clear? Zach, let me know if the answer's yes. When somebody answers. Right. I'm gonna take the round ribbon brush, grab her eye color. There it is. These are 1:1, so actually I can use this to kind of get the right size. Whoops, I'm not on the layer I need to be on. I need that layer. There we go. So yeah, it's probably something like that-ish. Although actually, what I should do is make it really, really stupid big, like that, and then shrink it so that it has as much roundness to it as possible at that small size. So see, that's still, as I'm shrinking it, it still has that curved look, as opposed to if I just did a, like I did before, a really small one. It doesn't have as many polygons along the edge, so you just get this pointy sort of edge. So let's see here. Yeah, I got that size pretty good. All right. I want to curve it so that it sits on the eyeball correctly. Use the grab tool. Whoopsie, too much. Maybe turn that down. There we go. It's like I'm grabbing the entire thing and kind of warping it a little bit. That should sit a little nicer. Feels really big. Why does that feel really big? That feels better to me. That's pretty good. It's creepy if I move over here, it's like she's looking at me. Wow. It is fun seeing it come together. Cool. Zach can hear me just fine, which means we're good. Yeah, and I got a thumbs up from Queen Caradwin, which is a great username, by the way. Excellent, excellent. I shouldn't have deselected it. I want to just grab it. Rather than making a new one, why not just duplicate? Much easier. Still kind of creepy, but it also doesn't have people yet, so I'm going to try to reserve judgment. It may also be that maybe it should be rounder than I've made it, but I'm thinking with the eyelashes it's gonna, I think it's gonna be okay. Trust the process, trust the process. Let's actually pick it up again. Duplicate it. Paint it black. I see a pupil and I want to paint it black. There, I did the joke. It seemed like the obvious joke to me, but I needed to say it out loud so it wouldn't haunt my brain. It's a little better. Wait, I can just make this bigger. I don't have to be struggling with tiny details when I can just zoom in. I don't know why I forget that, but I do. We can get like stupid close. always real surreal getting this close to anything in VR, but especially a work in progress because it's kind of, it's a little uncanny at this stage. There we go. Duplicate that. Whoopsie. Both of these. Nice. Yes, that might be close enough. We're pretty zoomed in, so. I don't think it's going to be as... no, it's pretty flush. Is it? I think it's fine. Yeah, it's for now at least. Grab. Actually. Again, why not duplicate when you can? Sometimes I forget all the things that I can like do in here that make the job easier. I have to remind myself you can just duplicate stuff, or you can zoom in. Certainly looking better. I mean, like, still very creepy. Still very creepy, especially since, like, the skin isn't painted correctly yet. It's still just, like, flat colors. That's not gonna stay that way. Actually, maybe I should do that now. I think so. I think we're gonna paint the skin properly next. And then we'll add the lips. Because it's going to make it look a lot more human. A lot more vampiric? Whichever. Okay, so for this, her forehead and her chin are this shade. Yeah, let's put this. That. Colorize tool, which is just as strong as it can be. Probably didn't have to go that hard. It was taken care of pretty quick. All right, and then let's grab. I was expecting sound when I selected. I swear these are different colors. It's not changing. Honestly. What happens if I do this? Yeah, that's the sound I was expecting. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to do everything that isn't the forehead or the jaw. I'm just going to make all of that this color. It's not perfectly correct, but it's good for now. Colorize. Again, not perfect, not exactly what it has to be, but I'm gonna get it all taken care of. Okay. Then let's grab nose color and grab the nose. Feels really stuck. Turn the strength down and grab. Let's go up here. Try to make this a little more subtle. Oh yeah, that's nicer. Still looks insane right now, but big improvement. We will also be literally adding the black lines that you see in the drawing. Like, not all of them, but like quite a few of them. In case you're wondering. How on earth this is gonna work. That's the chat looking. If anything, nothing else, the stream is gonna improve my posture, because you guys can see just how much I slouch when that happens. Let's do that and that. Is that the skull back there? Can I grab that up from that? No. I literally can't grab that. Okay, but it does show, so I need to grab it. Real quick. Grab the skull. I'm trying to see how much of it is actually showing. Okay, it's just that bit there. Okay. In that case, we'll just paint that bit. Make sure I have the right one. There we go. Just trying to get it. Yeah, cool. The weird thing about, yeah, you can see it there. Okay. The weird thing about painting or coloring paint strokes in this is that if I turn this on and make a sphere, it colors it in like bands. So what I mean by that is literally like all the way around the stroke. So I have designed all of these paint strokes knowing that I can create these color strokes as I see them over here. Because if I didn't do that ahead of time, I'd run into a lot of issues with not being able to paint things right. And then if I lower the strength, I can like do more kind of subtle sorts of things. But it still is limited by the banding effect. We're working around it just fine. Grab these two. Okay, let's do the cheeks. Design those to be a little harsh, because her cheekbones are a little harsh. Cheekbones. Grab this very pink color up here. Gonna give her a little bit of blush. Too harsh. All the colors around her eyes still aren't right. Do the top ones first. Oh, I saw a discoloration. Am I imagining that? No, it's fine. All is well. Start with. Whoopsie, no, that's not what I meant to do. I wanted to colorize. There we go. So it's basically the same color as it was. It's a darker color in the corner. Lighter color. If there's anything I'm doing that you guys don't, like you're wondering what's actually happening, or you don't quite understand what's going on or why, and you'd like to know, feel free to throw questions in the comments. Oh, why are the pupils not circles? Because that's not how I drew them. Okay, she's looking a little more, I wouldn't say normal yet, but we're getting there. I would like to see if I can manage this muscle in a little bit. take that. I think that's going to work fine once the lips are there. We'll add the lips in and see how we feel. Okay, so back to build mode. It's not actually a mode, I just mean turning the wireframe on. Right. I don't remember if I used spheres or caps. It had to be spheres for the lips. Pretty sure it had to be. So pretty cool. Alright. Looks so ratchet without a mouth. Okay. Sphere? Yes, a sphere. I haven't quite figured out how I want. Her drawn lip shape is a little unusual, and I just kind of I liked the way it looked, so I was like, I'll figure it out in VR. And now we're in VR, so now I have to have to figure it out. It was very much a that's future Lizzie's problem moment. I can't say I recommend working that way. Exactly. We all do that sometimes. Theoretically, forgot I curved it. Oh, I have to remember that I also have the lines to work with. Okay. Okay, keeping that in mind. I threw myself off with, like... So her smile goes all the way out here, which I can denote with the lines we're going to put in later. But her mouth shape only really goes as far as her nostrils, which is not, like, anatomically correct, but nothing about, you know, stylized character designs. They are intelligently distorted, if you will. Seems really big to me. Yeah, no, I did make it bigger. That's about the right size. What is a wireframe? Okay, so I can answer that question. The wireframe is the shapes of the individual polygons on a brush stroke. So this is me turning the wireframe on and off, but you can see that like each individual piece has these lines, this sort of grid. It's not actually a grid, it's actually a bunch of tiny triangles. And so the wireframe denotes where the triangles are. And the more triangles there are, the more polygons that they're referred to as polygons. The more polygons there are, the more work that the computer has to do in order to generate the image, make the image move if I'm animating it, stuff like that. So ideally, once I've built this to my satisfaction, I'm going to need to optimize it, which means taking away polygons, simplifying it using the optimization tool. which literally removes geometry. And you want to like use as few polygons as possible without making it look distorted. So you'll see that when I simplify this, you know, I get fewer polygons, but also less curve, less of an organic shape up here, which is probably fine. I'm probably eventually going to simplify this because it doesn't really need to be this very specific wiggle. That's kind of unintentional. But for the jaw, for example, I do need it to have a lot of polygons because eventually I'm going to make this jaw move, so I need the cheek to be able to stretch. I need her, you know, facial muscles to be able to move to make expressions. So yeah, so the wireframe denotes that so that I can see what we're working with polygon-wise. There's also a section of here, performance. If I press analyze, it'll tell me how much memory it takes to run this. Draw calls is how many, I thought it was how many brush strokes, but it says only 3. Draw calls has something to do with brush strokes. And triangles is how many polygons. And right now I'm well within. I have like 1.2 million and I'm only at 19K polygon-wise. And we don't have any audio in here yet. So it's all about optimizing so that it can be played by other people on other machines that aren't necessarily as powerful as the one I've got here. Does that answer your question clearly? I kind of know from context, but it would be, yeah. I hope that I hope that that was helpful and made sense. Please ask me if you'd like me to clarify anything I said. I definitely just kind of went off. I chose 7 p.m. for the time for these streams because it seemed like a logical time that like people are home from work, right? Like I knew that like a lot of my friends and family could catch this at 7. But honestly, after 6 o'clock, I've never been an evening worker. I've always been a morning worker traditionally. And I tend to joke that after 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., my brain refuses to articulate itself very well. I certainly can't write papers or do things like that. Not well, at least. So hopefully, when I answered that question, it was articulate enough. I'll probably be answering these questions more than once over time just because, you know, they're common questions, and honestly, I'm hoping I get better at answering them clearly and succinctly with repetition. Why do I feel like this is the thickness tool? I feel like, yeah, that might have been a bit much, but this can make things thicker or thinner. I'm trying to kind of, I have an itch on my nose, but it's just enough inside the helmet that I really don't want to mess with it. But it itches. Sorry if the screen briefly went black. Sometimes when you take the helmet off, it'll put the screen to sleep. I don't know whether it's a safe power or what, but if it did go out, hopefully it wasn't very long. I don't think so. I'm definitely kind of zoned out with this mouth. Like initially I was staring at it, trying to like, you know, think through how I wanted it to work and how I wanted it to look. But then after a certain point, I think I was just out of it. Beauty gurus wish that they had a lip plumping tool like this. Oh, thank you, Anonymous, for the support on Ko-fi. I appreciate it. How lovely. I think that's my first Ko-fi donation. And for the record, I'm not doing this, you know, to make money first. That's not my priority here. But I am... this is a hiatus year for me as I pull this project together and try to figure out how I'm going to get my next job, hopefully in the games industry, because that's where I would like to work. So donations are appreciated because I am kind of running on savings at the moment, but they are by no means expected or required. I just genuinely do want to share VR and what it's capable of with other folks. Friends, family, and just other folks. I think I can... Deciding whether I want this to just be one stroke that I use the thickness tool to adjust, or to do the same thing I did for the top. I think I'm gonna try doing it as one. Just get the right curve in it. Oh dang, that worked out pretty good. It's not exactly as I drew it there, but it was really thin over there. Like that thickness does not match that. That's incorrect, to put it simply. But I think this is working. Her nose is a titch crooked, but faces are not perfectly symmetrical. I can literally just like grab my thumbs a little bit. There we go. Alright. We are getting somewhere. We are. Like her jaw isn't totally shut. Maybe I just need to like push her jaw up a little bit. It's not hurting anything, and eventually this will be closed. Oh, there will be an inside to her mouth too, so that might actually help. Because I can literally put like a curve of darkness here so that the inside of the mouth feels dark. Her mouth isn't open right now, so no teeth. Yet. Alright, I'm gonna start adding the lines I mentioned, and we'll see whether it really starts to shape up. Because that's kind of the deciding factor. I do think her chin needs to be a little bit pointier, if we can manage it. Ooh. That actually kind of did it. It's not perfectly pointy, but like neither are the brush strokes. I don't hate that. Sorry, just sitting with it to see how I feel before moving on. Okay. Definitely save that. So for this next bit, the lines that I mentioned, I don't know why I'm selecting black. I can literally just select one. I feel like this is what really makes it come to life. And I use the flat brush because we want to minimize polygons, and there's no reason that these need to have multiple dimensions. And we're literally going to like just create these shapes. Let's start with the eyes, just because I feel like the eyes sell a character, right? So it starts really thicker than other lines, but still a very thin line. It's gonna end up all the way over here. It's gonna be bigger over here than it is over where it starts. Once it's drawn, try and shape it. It's gonna need to be curved this way. Just draw the eye. And these lines don't necessarily have to be perfectly flush, but they do need to kind of feel close enough. It feels like part of the model. Oh, the eyelashes are helping a lot. This is helping. Good, good. The ends of the lines tend to be quite pointy because they're really low res, like I, make them as little as I can. Maybe to get that a bit going more. But if I don't like that weird kind of triangle point on the end, I can literally like grab it and kind of almost squish it back in. Actually, yeah. Pointy wing. Oh, but also kind of ratchet. Wait. Can do better. Even that alone kind of helps. like she's not quite half-lidded enough. I think it's just a matter of grabbing these. Cover that. Yeah, I think that's closer to the expression. Good, good. Checking the chat. Can you remove material from a placed shape? Not. Let me think about that question. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Very close to the face. I startled myself. Like partial removal. It looks like maybe her mouth is wider on the model than on the 2D drawing, or is that just because it curves around at the corners? I do think it feels wider right now. I think I'm gonna shrink it and mess with it a little bit. I'm not quite pleased with it yet, but we'll play with it some more. As for removing material, I have found that that is a way in which this program isn't really like clay or like modeling. Kind of like how you color it along, like following these kind of rings. When you use the erase tool, it has a similar limitation. Can you erase all the way around? So like the answer is yes, you can, but not in the way that you're thinking of like carving within a shape. And I think I'm answering Zach's question while he's in the restroom, as he said. He's still in the restroom. So helpful. I'll show him the recording later, or I'll reiterate myself in a few. Good timing on my part. But yeah, I'm not quite pleased with that. When we get to the mouth, I might add the line for the mouth and then try shaping the lips around that line, which is not normally the order I would go in, but I think it might be easier to capture what I've got in the sketch if I do it that way. But we'll get there when we get there. One thing at a time. Where are we on time, speaking of? 7:50. And these lines are a lot thinner. I think that'll do. Maybe. I might need to make it longer, but we'll see. I really want to spin her. I might. Flat, and I need it to be kind of. Suddenly, I don't remember how If I want it to curve that way. Wait, am I facing away from the computer? I am a little bit. That's fine. I'm still getting used to juggling all of the various things with streaming. Making sure everything's running properly. So I'm gonna get the curve in there. I answered your question while you weren't here. Sorry about that.
Nice.
Okay. And now that it's got that curve, what if we also do that? I didn't realize how tricky the design I designed was. It's a little tricky. This is a little tricky. I'm gonna get it. But I thought I did a pretty good job making something straightforward, and I think maybe I played myself. It's been fun. It's doing great. The side is not selling it as much. I'm not doing perfect. Just need to serve well enough. Not sold. Maybe thinner? I don't think that's thinner. I think I accidentally just made it the same size. May or may not help. You don't know till you try. So much of this is just trying stuff. Somebody popped that off my hand. Oh, this might have been too long. we have reached the part of the process where I'm relying heavily on Chill Hop's music to create chill atmosphere while I just figure stuff out. Thank you all for joining me while I just figure stuff out. I made the Laura model, Laura being the other character in this project, like she's the protagonist. Carmilla's the title character, but Laura's the protagonist. When I made Laura, I think her proportions are a little more like normal. They're not normal, but they're certainly more normal than the exaggerated features I've made for Carmilla. And I did not realize the challenge, the exaggerated proportions of those. I think that's gonna work okay. Oh, I didn't want to go that far. No, I do think the eyelashes need to. Oopsie, just want to grab in. Oh, that, you know what? That's right, a mistake. Okay. One thing at a time, but I want to get the eyelashes close to the eye. First off, step one. And then the other thing I wanted to do once I fixed that was the lines should be on their own layer. Because that way I can edit them without having to worry about everything else. Serious difference there. Very serious difference. Ooh! Hello, Darcy. Welcome. This is Darcy. He says it's time that I took my head out of the helmet for a few. So demanding. Yeah. Oh, okay. I heard that the beginning of that song had some dialogue, and for a second I thought something had popped up on my computer. I would love to keep working, Darcy. Can I? Can I? End of question. Jana walked by and was stunned at how much you managed to do. Oh, thanks, Jana. I'm thinking wrapping up the face is going to be more than one stream. I forgot that this last stretch isn't necessarily a ton of brush strokes, but it is some finagling with the brush strokes that are there, especially when you've made the face all weird like me. You don't necessarily need to do the whole, like, drawing one-to-one thing for this to work, but, I like it, because I know the sizes up there are correct, and I find it helpful. Switch these tips back into the mushroom. There we go. I feel like the lines just really make it feel almost more like comic-like. My goal isn't to necessarily emulate comics, but there is something to be said for that kind of being the effect here. If you've ever played the game The Wolf Among Us, it's a Telltale game. And it definitely reminds this thing I've kind of developed here does remind me of it sometimes, the way I've chosen to handle these features. That game definitely helped me kind of figure out how I wanted this to look. There are other influences too, for sure, but Does the Carmilla up there feel more pale to you than that one? For some reason it does to me, but it might just be the context, because she is like in a white space, which definitely makes it feel warmer than I think it actually is. I think that's it. I think that's what's going on. Oh. This temple here should be same colors. Yes. I'm starting to get picky when I should be focusing. On the lines. I may want to make this higher res. Most of the lines don't need to be. Well, maybe. Yeah. Yes, Darcy, I hear you. Mm-hmm. I know you like to yell at me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can come sit on my lap. Does anyone else talk to their pets like this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Darcy has a lot to say. I think maybe my nostrils aren't the right shape. Or rather, her nostrils aren't the right shape. Mine are fine, I think. I'm gonna put these lines where I think they go, and we'll figure the nostril out later. It might just be a matter of pushing this down a little bit, honestly. I got that pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh my gosh, at this angle it helps a lot. Just make sure it's the way I intended, more or less. Yeah, that'd be fine. It's very clear that I'm not a modeler. Part of why I love this program so much is that my models don't have to be super precise, and the lines make up for a lot. You know, you try to shape it as best you can according to the drawing to begin with so that it has a solid base, but in the end, if it looks right with the lines and like, you know, works in the space, that's good enough. Looks like I didn't quite get the profile right, but that's okay. By which I mean, like, I don't think the profile is what that front view looks like at a profile. I think I got that incorrect. But I got it close enough to figure it out well enough. I keep almost sneezing. Check the chat in a minute. Zelda the cat is looking around for the other cat and the person talking in the kitty voice. That is very adorable. That is very, very cute. Yeah, that geometry down there doesn't want to do. That's okay. Honestly, that works fine. That works fine. That'll do. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm gonna put. We're gonna figure out this mouth. I'm gonna put the line that I see up there, and then we're gonna figure out the lips, whether that means redrawing them or whatever. We're gonna figure this out. Too curved, actually. 7. Oh man. I got this very incorrect. Like the lips originally. That's okay. It's a trial and error, so I'm gonna literally like move them. It's really funny. I don't know why I find that so funny. The magic of VR, everybody. I'm a professional. I heard you typing. Thank you. Thank you. I thought it was incredible too. Ronald Weasley! How dare you steal that card? Okay, I'm done now. I am absolutely disgusted with myself for that terrible joke. I'm lying, I'm proud of it. This is weird doing it in this order. It feels very strange, but I do think it's going to help. Also, I think we can make that a little bigger. Start at the mouth. Let's see. Excellent use of the lip emoji in chat, thank you. For more terrible impersonations and puns, follow the Twitch channel or the YouTube channel. Anyone watching on YouTube, please subscribe and like and comment and let me know that you actually watch the YouTube channel, which is mostly there because it's easy for me to post the stream there, and I don't like editing. I love YouTube. I don't like editing. What am I doing? Who are you? What is this? What's going on? I am flying by the seat of my pants. This is not the right order of operation. You know what? I'm thinking. I'm doing this wrong. I think I'm going about this wrong. That. Well, I guess there's no reason I can't try it with the lower lip first. What I'm thinking is that I think both the top and bottom lip might be better suited to one brush stroke, and trying to rig that onto here might not be the best call. So that was me kind of coming to that conclusion, and we're gonna try and we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Curve in there. Weird working around the mouth line with that being there. Not impossible, just weird. I'm gonna start thinking of the thickness tool as the lip plumping tool. Because honestly, I think it's hilarious how good it is for that. Okay. This is not going to live here forever. It's probably going further out like here. And honestly, oopsie, it's not trying to do that. I'm like trying to think about how I want all these pieces to fit together all at once, whereas normally I would do these muscles, and then the lips, and then the mouth, but due to the weirdness of this mouth, I'm struggling a little bit, but I do think that should be much medical. I know I'm not doing a good job with variation here, but it's because I'm figuring it out. As soon as I can articulate something properly, I swear I will. top one, and then I'm thinking we'll mess with this line afterward. And we may need to thicken these even more, or curve them more. She has a little mouth, is what I'm real. Or she has little small lips. Small lips. Normal sized mouth. Which is very strange. That's what I'm learning. And I know I'm saying that almost like accusatorily, as if I'm not the one that created her. She is my fault. But it's okay. I can figure it out. Sort of maybe. Another thing I should note is that while I tried very hard to do my due diligence before like building my models and, you know, trying to plan ahead for how they're going to be used, all of that stuff, I am sure that I'm going to learn a lot of lessons once I start using these, like actually posing them and stuff. And I will regret some of the ways I've built it because there will inevitably be mistakes and lessons learned. So while I hope this video is very helpful, this stream is very helpful to anyone who is interested, I'm learning too. And I just want to be honest about that. Doesn't matter how much I mess this up or how ratchet it turns out, like in terms of fixing the build from inevitable, you know, rookie mistakes and things. I'm gonna make sure it looks damn good on screen. There will be that much going for me. Let's get an eyebrow in here. Eyebrows would be nice. Oh, the reason I can't use this. Oh no, did I use did I use the sphere tool for this? Wait, that's unnecessary. That's so that's so unnecessary. No. Unnecessary polygons. Whoops. It's a face, everybody. It is. I didn't put this line in the drawing, but I kind of want to do it here. I was right. I don't think that's necessary. Some of these lines are not on their own layer. I'll have to fix that. One thing at a time. Okay. I am really struggling with that mouth. When in out, walk away, and come back later. Nice. Feels far forward to place there, but it looks right there, so we're gonna go with it. Actually, no, it's okay. Oh, whoops. Oops. To make sure I'm just selecting it. We'll paint the whole face. Right. I'll be real, guys. I'm losing steam. I can feel myself slowing down quite a bit. Very happy with the half face, though. So I'm thinking I'm going to start winding down here, and next time we'll do the other half of the face, actually figure out the mouth, which I know is doable. I think my brain's just short-circuiting. And the hair, of course, which is going to be another challenge. It's a very different hair type than the other character, Laura's hair. But I think that there's going to be a way to do that too. I think we can puzzle that out. So, thank you all for being here. Oh, well, thank you so much for coming. Yeah. Any questions or anything before I start winding down? Aw. Thank you so much for coming, Emma. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you even. I see Goat is here. And he's giving me crying emojis. Did you just get here? No worries. I appreciate you showing up either way. Alright, everybody. Actually, let's make this a proper sign off. Oof. Actually, look at you. Alright. Yeah, that felt like good progress. I was definitely moving a little slower tonight than last time, but every day is a new day. Oh, good. I'm glad you've been lurking, Goat. I appreciate it. Thank you, Master Hobble, or Zach, for moderating for me. I appreciate it. He's right over there. Yeah, alright. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for coming to the Peculiar stream, and hopefully see you next time. The schedule right now is going to be a tentative every other Friday at either 7 p.m. like this or noon, depending. I know noon is better for European and Pacific folks. So I'm going to switch between the two, and we'll see if that is sustainable and works out. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Bye.